This is a pivotal election, and our country faces tough times ahead. During these challenging times, we need to send someone to Washington who will stand up for Maine women and families and say no to extremist activist judges who choose to ignore our Constitution, and in doing so, ignoring our basic rights. Tom Allen will do just that, and he will do it with the same courage he's shown his entire life. I encourage you on November 4th to vote for Tom Allen to represent you in the United States Senate. He will be a vote for affordable and accessible health care, a vote for comprehensive and common sense health education, and a vote for doing what is right by protecting our rights from extremist judges who ignore our Constitution. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to Chris Quinn, to Nancy Mosher, who is the President and CEO of the Planned Parenthood of Northern New England, also to Cecile Richards, who is the National Chair of the Board of Planned Parenthood. And this endorsement means a great deal to me. First of all, because the work of Planned Parenthood touches on the most personal and private decisions that women have to make about their own health. And it is fundamental to their ability to make those decisions that they have good, comprehensive information about all aspects of the decisions that they have to make. What has been profoundly disturbing to me about this administration is the intrusion of ideological considerations into fundamental decisions, fundamental policies, simply about providing information on planning for planning families, reproductive rights, those questions. It is sometimes astonishing to me that this administration has taken us so far down the path to restricting information, common sense information, as Chris was saying, that should be available to all men and women who need that kind of advice. I also have to say that I believe there's a fundamental inconsistency between taking one position with respect to legislation and a second and very different position with respect to judicial nominees. And Sam Alito, the appointment of Sam Alito, highlights the contrast in those positions, because it was clear to me and clear to most everyone, I think, when Sam Alito was nominated, that he came from a very ideological position in opposition to reproductive rights for women. And so when he replaced Sandra Day O'Connor on the U.S. Supreme Court, the law changed. The law changed with respect to reproductive rights. The law changed with respect to gender discrimination and a whole host of other areas. And his record on the Supreme Court was predictable. It was predictable from the work he'd done in the Reagan administration, and it was predictable from his service on the Circuit Court of Appeals. And I just believe that there was no good reason for anyone who claimed to be pro-choice to be supporting the nomination of Sam Alito. And I would say that my differences with Senator Collins on this topic go beyond Sam Alito, because Senator Collins has voted against only 2 of George Bush's almost 200 nominees for the federal courts. And many of them have the same kind of background and record, or at least a number of them have the same kind of background and record that Sam Alito had. And therefore, I think there's a fundamental inconsistency, even when you vote on legislation to protect, at least part of the time, to protect reproductive rights, and then you turn around and put on the bench judges who are very likely to overturn the legislation that Congress has enacted. I've been very proud of my legislative record on this topic. I've taken some tough votes. I have objected and written to the administration whenever there have been nominees put in positions of importance with respect to women's health who I did not think were appropriate for those positions. That's happened on numerous occasions. And all I can say to you is I thank you for your support, and I promise you I will continue the fight in the United States Senate to be consistent. What I do in terms of legislation, in terms of the pressure and the influence I bring to bear on any presidential administration, and in the nominees I will support for the federal judiciary. So once again, thank you, Chris, thank you to Planned Parenthood of Northern New England, and thank you all for being here.